Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Unblocking Your Purpose. I am your friend, your host, your girl, Jada, and I am so excited to be back with you this week. If you are new, I took last week off because it was I have three babies, and they had spring break. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this time to just be with them so that you know that I am not here just spewing things, but I am actually just sharing with you things that I've experienced, things that I've been through, or things that I'm currently going through, because I promise you, we are not alone in this journey called life, as much as we may think we are when we're going through it, right? So if you're new, I welcome you. I would ask you to go and listen to some of the past episodes. If you have been rocking with me for a minute, welcome back. If you had spring break, I hope you enjoyed that. And if spring break is coming, because I know we're different all over the country, make time to stop and be present. Again, from experience, I was able to stop and be present with my babies, make a little bit of time because we have so much going on, as I'm sure many of you do. But just remembering, that it is okay to say no. It is okay to have boundaries. It is okay to enforce those boundaries because, again, we are not doing things to keep people out, but we are doing things to protect us so that we are able to live in our purpose. All right. So all of that to say welcome, and I am so happy to be back. Now, fun fact, I am in Alabama, in North Alabama, and on our first day of spring break, we had snow. I'm talking like big, heavy, fluffy white snow. It was crazy. I would say like in a week we had about 3 seasons. We at least had winter for sure. We had a little bit of spring. We had some tornadoes that were threatening to pop up, and then we ended up in like the 80s. So it was great. So anyways, it was great to have that time, and now I am excited to be here with you. So if you have not listened for any amount of time, let me just bring you up to date. For the past few weeks, I have been sharing and encouraging all of us to kind of start spring cleaning, right? So just as we're trying to prepare and lean forward. If you are like me, don't raise your hand. But if you're like me, a lot of times we can find ourselves being a little more reactive to things and to life and to events versus being proactive. And for me, I feel a lot better when I'm able to plan things out, at least have a roadmap, right? And try to get ahead of things, trying to be more proactive than reactive. So in that, we started talking in winter, started talking about spring cleaning and decluttering, and not just our physical spaces, which of course is great. I am soon going to purge all of the winter clothes. These kids grow like weeds, so I'll be purging that. So not only like our physical things, but also like emotional cleaning. Maybe even spiritual cleaning. Maybe there's some things that have gotten in there and gotten us off track with him, maybe we need to do that, or just all of that. Spring cleaning, so that we can kind of like start preparing our ground, right? So that we can start planting and making room for things to grow, the things that he's called us to do, probably things that are in your heart that you've been called to do and desire to do, because he's placed those in your heart. So we want to be able to have the space and have good ground in order to plant and to water and to sun and to do all of those things and nurture, so that then pretty soon, hopefully, we are seeing the fruit of our labor. So we talked about spring cleaning. We've also talked about managing our calendars, or managing your time, however you want to look at that. Again, trying to become more proactive versus reactive, instead of being ran by all of the things, because a lot of us have a lot of things going on. And I like to say that, my daddy used to say to me, you can't have everything. And I'm like, yeah, I really can. I may not be able to have everything all at once, but if I'm able to plan and to have my resources and my tribe to help me, for me to have my boundaries and to enforce them, then I can have pretty much what God says I can have, and having it in a way that, it's okay to say no and put this down and say yes to something else, right? So we want to make sure that our time, we're not just spinning and we're not just out of control and not able to really enjoy and stop and enjoy, the present moment. I definitely used to be that girl that would be like, okay, here's my thing. And I'm still a things to do list girl. Let me tell you, I am, or a woman, whatever. And so I love it, things to do, but I would be so caught up in getting it done that I wasn't appreciative, grateful, excited, didn't celebrate it in the time, right, as it was happening, because I was looking forward to getting to the next thing. And I think, as my husband likes to say, and if you've been here, you've heard this, it's good to go slow to go fast. It's good to slow that down a little bit, enjoy where we're at, be proud of what we've accomplished. Say to God, okay, you got me through that. What's next, right? And so that we're able to really just enjoy this life that we've been given. So as we're looking at, spring cleaning, we're looking at how can we plan things a little bit easier, so that we have more authority, if you will, over the things that we're responsible for, over all of the things that may come at us. And it doesn't mean because it comes to us that it's for us, right? Because we've also talked about that. Go back and check it out. Discernment, going to Him, asking for wisdom, asking for what are the next steps, including Him in everything. And I will also share with you that that's something that I definitely crave to do more, because I do tend to do a lot and have a lot of things going, and not that I'm not appreciative and grateful for what He's providing me to be able to do, but sometimes I'm busy going and doing that I don't take that time to breathe, ask, pray, receive, and I'm just off to the races. So I think it's good for us to go to Him and make sure that we are doing as He wants us to do. So here we are. We have this Monday and next Monday, and then we're out of March, which is insane. And so I want to talk about, in this episode, becoming her in this season. So if we are able to take this time to, ask Him for the way ahead and to order our steps. If we are decluttering so that we can clear out space for the things that He wants us to do and things that we desire to do. If we are finding ways to manage our time and manage our schedules, asking for help, like the Proverbs 31 woman, she didn't stress herself out, but she had everybody in place to get things done, which is really what I'm aiming to to get to. If we're doing that, then hopefully the fruit of that is going to be becoming her. So who are you trying to become in this season? And I will say, we don't have to be everything at one time. Just like we can't have everything at one time, we don't have to be everything at one time. So in this season, who are you wanting to become? For me, I am definitely in a season of pushing ahead, getting over my roadblocks of fear of failure, fear of success, making sure that, yes, I'm taking care of my babies. Yes, I'm strengthening my marriage. And yes, I'm taking care of me. Matter of fact, I have put on my calendar a day in April for me to have a staycation. It's something I've been wanting to do. And I'm like, I'm going to put it on the calendar. I'm going to make it happen. I want to become the woman that, yes, can take care of her home, take care of her family, take care of her 9-to-5 responsibilities, take care of her friends, do all these things, but make sure I'm taking care of myself. So in this season, as we're, kind of gearing up to the last couple of months of school before we go into summer and just looking at all of that, my priority right now is making sure that I am pouring into me, so I'm able to pour out into those that I'm blessed to share with, right? Which includes you. So that's who I'm trying to become over the next, I would say, 6 months, right? I'm trying to break things down into quarters. So as I'm going into April, May, June, July, August, September, right? We'll be back in school, but that's kind of like my time frame, if you will. And in that, I will have some long-term goals. I will have some short-term, I'll have some near-term. But for me, who I'm trying to become is that Proverbs 31 woman. The one that her husband, trusts in her, her kids are proud of her, that she is able to have people who help her to accomplish goals, but that she's helping them in providing financial means or just time and space to help them to get where they need to go. And so that's where I'm at. So I'm trying to plant these seeds of going slow to go fast. I'm planting seeds of, okay, breaking things down, getting people who can help me accomplish things, making sure, yes, I have time for me and my husband. Yes, I have time for me and my kids. Yes, I have time for myself. And that is what I'm going to be working towards, right? So make sure you're hitting me up in my community. I'm on Facebook. All the information to be in the show notes. Join me. Join us, right? Because we're better when we're together so that we can share with each other. I'm going to start going live in there. So that's another thing I'm excited about. Coming here, sharing this so you can, hear me in your ears or see me on YouTube if you're looking at me, but also to just have some live interaction. And so I'm going to start incorporating that because I feel called to do that. And I'm excited to share in that way as well. So that's who I'm trying to become over the next, few months. So with that, let's get into the Bible verse. We are going in Hebrews. It's chapter 10, verse 35 and 36. So verses 35 and 36. And I am out of the NLT, or the New Living Translation. And it states, "So do not throw away this confident trust in the Lord. Remember the great reward it brings you. Patient endurance is what you need now so that you will continue to do God's will. Then you will receive all that he has promised." So we know that God has things in store for us. I know some of us are still trying to figure out what that purpose is. Some of us are trying to, make steps to getting to that purpose if we have figured out what that is. But he has promises and greatness for us, not only when we leave this crazy world, but now he has things for us. And so if we are patient as we are going through this, as we are taking those steps day by day, week by week. So yes, I said a 6-month period, but I'm going to be doing things every day, trying to get a little bit closer to those goals, right? Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? So what is it that we are trying to aim for, in knowing that if we have confidence and trust in him, if we are saying, Lord, going to him, hey, what is it you'll have me to do? What are the next steps? You order my steps. Remember, we can have the plans, but he orders our steps. And so when we are obedient in that, then yes, we're going to receive all that he's promised to us. And that is exciting. That should help to motivate us when we're not feeling so motivated to keep going. Again, you are not alone. I promise you, new, old, you are not alone. We all have our moments. But when we're trusting in him, when we are doing what he has us to do, what he has called us to do, his strength in us will help to make it a lot easier for us to accomplish. So we just have to stay the course while we are, continuing to do that. So our confidence comes through being consistent, because as we are steadily doing and adding on to what we've been called to do, you gain motivation because you're going to start seeing those successes, right? So it's like you take a step and you see it pay off. You take another step. So it ends up compounding, and we're going, right? So it's from taking consistent action, and we're not comparing, not even to ourselves. Like Jada at 45 is not Jada at 35. So I can't compare myself, because when we compare, then we get in our heads, we're tripping ourselves up, and we're not becoming who it is that we desire to become and who he's called us to be. So, if we're doing those things, if we have our support group, we're taking those consistent steps, then we're going to become more confident. We're going to want to do more. We're going to show up in our best, and it's going to be amazing. I want you to understand that you're not behind. I think a lot of times, because we're comparing to other people, to celebrities, to family, to friend, we feel like we're behind, but we're really not. And I think that if we take that stigma away, if we take that guilt away, then it allows us to move and to flow and to become who we want to be. And it allows us to do it in a way of, yes, we're working, and yeah, we have to strive, but it's going to still be in a way of that feeling accomplishment, feeling like, yes, I am doing what I'm called to do, and it is paying off, and I'm excited because now I'm living in my purpose and I'm sharing my purpose. And that's going to definitely help us to keep going. when we are stuck, right? We're stuck, we're kind of not sure where to go. Once we're gaining clarity, once we are, committed to our goals, once we're able to do that, or maybe, bounce it off, I do life coaching. And so to be able to help have someone to listen to you will help to make sure that you're on the right track. Because a lot of times if we're trying to go at it alone, we'll be like, we tend to be more negative to ourselves, right, than to be positive. So seeking that clarity, having someone to push you, and then remaining committed will help you as you're, striving to become whatever version of yourself you're trying to become right now. Also, we have to realize that we are amazing beings, right? We carry so much. So many people depend on us. And a lot of times we don't even know how to take a compliment. Rather less someone even just saying thank you. We're like, oh, that's just what I do, But we carry a lot. And I want us to feel confident in that and to be excited about that and to know that he's not giving us more than we can bear because he is within us and he's given us strength to carry it, right? And then I think we also have to know when to put it down. And we've talked about that. Maybe something you did last season tried to come over into the season and we don't need it. And maybe it's just time to put that down. So yes, we carry a lot. We carry it well. But just know and let that motivate you and let it also encourage you to sometimes let that be so that you are able to do more in this season. I often say that small steps, lead to mission success. Those small steps that we're taking every day. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, like an overwhelming accomplishment. It just might be like, you know what? I got this knocked off my list. It's moving the needle forward, and we should celebrate that and know that, again, being consistent will help us in who we're becoming. And so I just want you to know that, our confidence in becoming who we want to be, it comes from repetition, consistency, and not from perfection. And again, this is from someone who is very type A, who kind of grew up feeling like I had to do everything right and make all the hundreds and all of the things right. But it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for him. It's about showing up for yourself. And it's really about, and I'm learning this, showing up for someone who needs you. So we have to realize that a lot of this that we are stepping into, this purpose that we have, it may be for us, it probably is, but it really might be for someone else who's waiting for you, waiting for me, waiting for us to get out of our way and show up so that we can pour into them. So as you're becoming who you are in this season, let me know. Drop a message or email me, but I hope you join the community and let us know who you're trying to become in this season. I am excited to read that. I'm excited to cheer you on. And it's just going to be a great time. We're now heading into spring, and it's time for everything to bloom, including us. All right? So until next week, enjoy, hopefully, nice weather where you're at. Enjoy your family, and take care of yourself so that you can continue to take care of other people. And until then, I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye.